Fam, let's have a conversation and let's clear this up while we're at it now. I was speaking to a friend the other day because, as you know, I'm a pastor and I'm a leader, a church leader, who always remembers that I'm made out of flesh and I'm not immune to mistakes, to mishaps, to stumbles, to the inevitabilities of being human. So I have friends, so my friends are not perfect though. I have a friend of mine does drugs now and then, and I've been trying to invite him to come to church, and he's been saying to me, you know what, bro, I've got so much wrong with me right now, and church is the last place that I should be right now. I need to really get myself right. I don't want to waste your time coming to church promising that I'm going to do well, and at the end of the day, when I'm there, I begin to go through my old ways again and be a nuisance to the entire church. I said, bro, you need to chill. I said, here in church, we're no longer under the covenant of requirements. The requirement was fulfilled when Jesus died on the cross. So you have no burden to be perfect. You have no burden to be mistakeless. You have no burden to be perfect. But the perfection that you have is not yours. It is the perfection of Christ. So when Paul is saying, I beseech you, you Judeo-Romans, because the Jews that Paul was writing to, who were in Rome, of which Rome at the time was the most powerful government in the world. The Jews that Paul was writing to were Jews who were actually, doing better than the Jews in Jerusalem or back in Israel. They were doing well, even economically, because of the environment that they were in. And he said, guys, listen to me very carefully. Stop crediting your greatness to your own works. I beseech you, give your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God. It is impossible for this flesh to generate holiness. It's impossible because it is under the curse and is forever under the curse. So there's no way that this flesh can produce any sense in any level of holiness. All holiness that we credit to ourselves comes from Christ. So the requirement is met in Christ. When you believe in Christ, you have no burden to fulfill any more requirements because the requirements were fulfilled in Christ. In this covenant, you're all allowed to make mistakes. You are allowed to, be wherever you are until that conviction comes, because you have made the decision to give your life unto Christ. And so it is then Christ who has to fulfill the work in you, not yourself.